I want to talk about what so many people on the internet are talking about, which is the stalled Russian invasion. I mean, I wish somebody would tell the Russians that they're stalled because, see, I'm in Kharkov, in the middle of this battle, and I can literally see the Russians getting closer every day. I can see them. I can hear the explosion of their artillery getting closer every day. I can see them winning. And I can see the video of so many other places that I know personally. Like, for instance, the town of Chuguyev, which is just outside of Kharkov. I've been to that town many times because some in-laws live nearby. And I see that it's been captured by the Russians. And it's indisputably that town, and they're indisputably Russians, okay? They're winning. And the different places that I see that appear on video of Russian tanks and Russian soldiers walking around, and I know that they're winning. And so I'm trying to understand, what is this crazy talk about the Russians having been stalled? They're not stalled. There's just not anything left to take over. There's no other ground left to win. All that they're doing right now is slowly, inexorably squeezing the different parts of the Ukrainian armed forces that they have captured. They are squeezing Mariupol. They're squeezing Kharkov. They are squeezing Kiev. Just like a snake squeezing a rodent. And so I have to ask myself, why are they saying this, that the Russian invasion has stalled? And everybody's saying this. And there's only one explanation as far as I'm concerned. They are laying the groundwork to carry out a false flag and blame it on the Russians. Because they keep insisting that the Russians' invasion has stalled and that they, therefore, you know, this makes it tempting for the Russians to use biological, chemical, or even nuclear weapons to change the balance of the battle. This is absurd. This is completely absurd. And this is why I'm positive that as we speak, the Americans, the Ukrainians, or not the Ukrainians really, the Ukrainians are honorable people. I'm talking about really the Zelensky regime, the most dishonorable, despicable people imaginable. Well, those people, and of course the Americans, are setting up some false flag, some chemical attack of some sort. That's the only explanation. And they are laying the groundwork insofar as propaganda is concerned for this event. And to try to convince everybody that this is a horrible thing and we should, or the West rather, should invade Ukraine. Because it doesn't make any other sense for any other reason. And they keep trying with different lies that they keep saying to pull in the West into this war. And first it was, you know, lies about false heroism, like the ghost of Kiev and the 13 sailors on Snake Island. And then it was, you know, the killing of civilians and some maternity hospital and stuff like that, which is clearly a lie. I mean, the actress that they used was an Instagram influencer, for crying out loud. Everybody knew her first and last name. And now they're claiming that the Russians blew up some kindergarten with thousands of civilians. Of course, there are no photographs of this, no bodies or anything of the sort, just their word for it. And that hasn't flown. So now they're talking about this, the Russian invasion having stalled. And I'm really surprised because a lot of people who ought to know better have fallen for this nonsense talk. I mean, you have complete imbeciles like Scott Adams who believes it, right? And then you have people that you think would know better, like Ben Shapiro, who's controlled opposition, but at least he's not stupid. But now even Ben Shapiro is saying that this invasion, the Russian invasion, is stalled, when it's not. It's ending, actually. I mean, quite frankly, the Zelensky regime doesn't have much more than a week or two left because all of their forces are split up. All of their forces are completely surrounded in different pockets throughout the country. All of their forces are slowly running out of gasoline, water, and food, and ammunition. And there's no possibility of relief. It's over. The Russians have won. And yet they keep talking, the commentariat in the United States, about this stalled invasion. And it's so bizarre, especially to me, and I suppose that's why I'm a little bit emotional here, because see, I'm seeing the war literally And I can see the Russians every day getting closer, you know? I see it. And they're telling me about the reality that I'm experiencing and claiming that it's not true. And that just makes me kind of like, it's like a slap in the face on the one hand, and then I realize that they have ulterior motives. Either knowingly or not, they are pushing lies. And so that's what leads me to conclude that a false flag is definitely in the offing. And I think it's going to happen now in the next 24 to 48 hours, you know, because there's like this crescendo. On the one hand, the Russians clearly are grinding down the Zelensky regime, and that it's getting to an end stage where the Ukrainian regime can no longer pretend anymore. And Mariupol is about to fall. And all those fascist, thuggish, kidnapping, murdering Azov people, they're going to be hung. Yeah, they're going to be captured and hung by the Russians. The Russians have said so already. Good riddance to bad rubbish, by the way. Those Azov people are fascist pigs, but that's for another video. The point of this video, the Russians have ground down or are in the process of grinding down the Zelensky regime. The Zelensky regime is hanging on by its fingernails. It's over. And they should, in fact, surrender. But, of course, they're happy to throw away innocent Ukrainian lives, both civilian and soldiers, so as to hold on a little bit longer and hope against hope that the West gets involved. And a lot of people in the United States want to get involved to make money because they have this weird, you know, thing that they need to show their manhood, and because of their irrational hatred of Russia, and they can't stand the thought that Russia is going to win. And so these different groups in the United States, combined with the murderous, despicable Zelensky regime, well, I think that they're going to carry out a false flag. And I think that they are laying all the signs there so that later they can see, you see, the Russians were losing, and that's why they used chemical weapons. It's a lie. I am here to tell you, I am here in Kharkov. I've proven this multiple times. It is a complete and utter lie. And so whenever you hear this, know that those people are either useful idiots or outright liars, knowing liars. Because they want to draw in the West no matter what it takes.